So before Linda Carter's expression of Wonder Woman, there was Super Friends Wonder Woman that debuted in 1973. Here we see the animated Wonder Woman right here from Super Friends, and if you look, this is almost a template of what Linda Carter's model would be a little later on in her career. So here it is, the Super Friends model of Wonder Woman once again, in this time toy form. Here she is in the animated series. And a little later on, down the line, we would see the Super Friends version of Wonder Woman be modified a bit, so that you still have the general motif here, but it doesn't really go all the way around. This is a modern version of that Super Friends Wonder Woman. Let me just show you what it looks like here in the earlies, and this is it here. So it's almost the same, except some details there are more arched upwards. And here's the toy of it. This is the action figure of it. And you can see this curves above the bust area, right? It goes above the bust area. It's this almost the identical thing, but it's not quite, right? You can see this was on the bust area, right? On the bust area, but then it became something that arched upwards, that created the new design of Wonder Woman. Interestingly enough, Linda Carter's version kind of had that style as well, but this was more of the earlier style, which is this version here. Okay, and then the later style, which is this one, that came after. So yeah, Linda Carter's version again was more of this style of Wonder Woman. Okay, but it slowly evolved into this style, of which, if you look at Gal Gadot's version, copies that curvature above the area. Okay, talking about this here, curvature above, literally takes this motif, but it gets rid of this part here that goes into the girdle. Okay, gets rid of that. I thought that was very interesting. I love this fan art. It really does kind of capture Gadot's face somewhat. She has a pretty long nose. They even get some of the design on the sword and the shield for Batman v Superman. This is really fantastic. Fandango actually features this wonderful design. And then here we have someone who's actually taken a toy, one of the later models of the Wonder Woman toys. This would be the Mattel DC multi-universe Wonder Woman that's separate to the Build-A-Figure set. Okay, and this is pretty awesome. This is it close up, and this copies off of the actual poster that features Wonder Woman. And here we have also another toy. This is from Build-A-Figure. This is Queen Hippolyta, and she's in front of a background, as you can see here. It's pretty awesome. It's just a toy. I know at first you was like, what? Yeah, it is. And finally, I want to discuss a Wonder Woman which is not limited to dimensions. So this Wonder Woman here is a fat Wonder Woman, pretty much. And I love this artist's drawing of it because it reminds us of a lotus flower as well. And the peace you can see over her as she's hovering over the earth. Here you see the cosmos in her what do you call this thing? Kilt, dress, whatever, right? So he's actually using this to show peace, a spirit of peace here, which is, I think, his focus. But again, the dimensions of Wonder Woman are not that really relevant. The essence of Wonder Woman is not in her dimension, so that's why we say anyone can be as Wonder Woman or like Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is mostly, as with heroes, they're really distinguished by their attributes, not so much physical as their mental or their character. That's why even though Henry Cavill's dressed like Superman, some people say he doesn't behave like Superman. Superman wouldn't behave that way because people define the superhero by his character. So I'm just saying. The way people said Lex Luthor being more like the Joker, because to them his character was more like a Joker's character or Riddler's character than it was a Lex Luthor's character. Of course, when you go deep into the lore, you realize it is Lex Luthor, but it's just another iteration of him. Similarly with Superman, it is Superman, but it's just Superman under different conditions that you're not used to seeing him in. So these are the things that challenge audiences, I think, a lot of times. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I particularly wanted to share the the appearance of Wonder Woman, how she changed over time, and also to sort of bring to your attention fan art and how fan art can also influence your perception of a character, because usually fans reflect their own thoughts and processes of a character, and I think that's pretty cool. So I really like to look at fan art every now and then. On that note, you guys have a great one.